So friends, today we will have discussion on research selecting a topic. Means how to select a topic for research. While selecting a topic for research, the researcher should think about the two important aspects. First is freedom of choice. Okay. And second is finding an appropriate focus. So here, first I would like to clear this, that what do you mean by freedom of choice? In earlier lectures we have discussed that when the researcher decides to start his research work, the researcher is expected to think about one area, okay, in which he or she would like to continue her or his research. So here you have to keep it in your mind that the researcher must have the freedom to select the topic of his own choice, because the researcher is expected to do his research. Other people like supervisor or other people like friends, teachers will be there to help that researcher to find out the way, but researcher is expected to do his research. Okay, so the researcher should be given the freedom of choice. Now freedom of choice in the sense, last time also I told you that several times it is observed that researcher visits the supervisor, talks to supervisor, and supervisor asks that researcher what area you have selected or in which area you wish to do your research, and then that researcher says, sir, I have not decided anything, you tell me what are the areas, which area should I select. And then what will happen in that case, you will find that researcher is not ready for his research work, because he has not done any work, he has not at least seen what is happening or what has happened in that particular area. So if there is such a case, then that researcher will not be able to cope up with all the things. So that freedom of choice should be given to the researcher, and researcher should be ready for that. Second, finding an appropriate focus. Now researcher has selected one area, but that area can be a very big one, or you can say vast area. Then it is the responsibility of the researcher to think about a small area. He has to think about that area or smallest area in which he can do his research, and of course his focus should be only on that smallest area. If he has done this, then only he can do the research in a proper way. That's why I have mentioned it in the very beginning, that while selecting a topic for research, the researcher should think about the two important aspects, that is freedom of choice and finding an appropriate focus. Now we will discuss these 2 points step by step: freedom of choice and then finding an appropriate focus. Freedom of choice offer freedom to students selecting topics for research papers. I gave you the idea about it, that we are talking about 2 or 3 important things. First is research project, second thing research paper, and third thing research work, that is in the form of thesis. Okay, but basically we will focus only on research papers, because at this stage it is expected that if you are able to understand how to write a research paper, then definitely you can think about the other works. Okay, so here while selecting the topic, the researcher should be given the freedom and the researcher should be ready for that. The instructor of a course in a specific discipline, for example art, history, literature, science, may supply a list of topics from which to choose, or may more generally require that the paper relate to an important aspect of the course. So if you are given the latter option, review course readings and class notes to find topics that particularly interest you. Discuss possibilities with other students and with your instructor. If your choice is limited to set list of topics, you will probably still need to decide which aspect of topic to explore or which approach to use. In a writing class, you may have more freedom to select a topic. The instructor may assign a general problem that can generate many kinds of responses. For example, you might be asked to choose a modern invention and show what benefits and problems it has brought about. Okay, so at the initial stage, the instructor or supervisor may give you a task. So the instructor may assign a general problem that can generate many kinds of responses. I asked you to think about Shakespeare's Macbeth, only one text. Then someone may think about that text in a very different context. Okay, for example, Shakespeare's Macbeth and gender studies, or Shakespeare's Macbeth and cultural studies. So it depends upon the researchers, their ideas. Okay, and from their ideas and you can say reading, they can give different kinds of responses. Recently I heard about it that Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice, that text was considered in a very innovative way, and that is you can say the Merchant of Venice actually speaks about Shylock, who was a Jewish, and that Jewish wished to take the revenge upon the Christian. But in modern context, some of the researchers have worked on it in a beautiful way, that those researchers tried to present how bureaucrats are controlling the system nowadays, and that researcher worked on that and published that research article. So what I mean to say, you can think about the text which was written 400 years back, but you can apply the present situations, present approaches. You can think about it, you can apply these things there, and that research will be considered as innovative research. Okay, so the freedom of choice is there, then of course researcher will be able to do all these things. So if you have complete freedom to choose a topic, then consider using a personal interest that lends itself to research. If you are given the freedom of choice, then definitely you are expected to select the topic which will be very you can say interesting and very different from the others topics. Okay, for example, education, the environment, movies, new technologies, nutrition, politics, the business of sports. So there are various issues and areas, or an issue that has recently generated public interest or controversy. For example, immigration policy, global warming issues, stem cell research, terrorism, etc., etc. Okay, so now you know it very well that we people up to this time talked about literature. You people have studied literature, so people are doing research in a very different way. For example, one movie which is based on one fiction, which is based on one text. Okay, so one text and the movie based on that text can be also studied. Okay, so what I mean to say, that you people have that freedom. Okay, you have the freedom to select that particular topic, and then approach also, because that approach is also very important one. So there are various issues and various areas which can be considered for research. Nowadays we people talk about ecology point of view, okay, or ecology. So even ecology can be applied to literature. We can think about that ecological approach. We can apply that ecological approach to literature also. So what I mean to say, that there are various possibilities of research in any of the area. Teachers understand the importance of choosing an appropriate topic for a research paper. When freedom of choice is permitted, students are commonly required to submit topics to the instructor for approval early in their research project. Even when you are doing that research work at smaller level, means at college level, you are expected to do these things, that you have to prepare a small you can say outline of that particular research. Okay, and you have to submit it to the teacher, that I wish to do it in this way, and that is my idea. And if that researcher gets the confirmation from the teachers or supervisor, then definitely the researcher can start his work. Otherwise, if supervisor has given few suggestions, then the researcher can modify it, the researcher can work on that and then resubmit that particular proposal. If your campus has a writing center, find out how to make use of the resources there. It is preferable to contact the writing center in the early stages of your project. So generally people say that when you are at the initial stage of your writing of your project, that time you must contact the senior teacher or senior supervisor who can guide you to prepare that particular outline. Next important aspect is finding an appropriate focus. As you choose a topic, remember the time allotted to you and the expected length of the research paper. International politics in the modern age, suppose that is one area. International politics in the modern age would obviously be too broad a subject for a 10-page term paper. You may prefer to begin with a fairly general topic and then to refine it by thought and research into a more specific one that can be fully explored. So to do this, I'll suggest you to narrow down your topic by focusing on an aspect of the subject or an approach to it. A student initially interested in the general subject of violence in the media might decide, after careful thought and reading, to write on the effects of cartoon violence on preschool children. So look at this example. This example will also give you the idea about it, that earlier the researcher thought for a very broad area, that is violence in the media. Okay, now you can see media, there are various kinds of medias. Okay, print media, electronic media, etc, etc. Now you are talking about violence in the media. Again, there are various kinds of violences, okay, in the various kinds of medias. But if that researcher has done the study at the initial stage, means review of literature is done properly, then definitely what will happen, the researcher will be able to come to a particular topic or specific topic, that is the effects of cartoon violence. Not only directly the violence, but what the researcher says, the effects of cartoon violence on preschool children. Okay, so here you get the idea about it, that now it is very specific one, because it is about the effects of the cartoon violence on specific age group children, that is preschool children, not on all. Okay, so if you generalize the things, that is very difficult, that is very problematic, or if you are very specific, then definitely you will be able to start your research properly. Likewise, an interest in architecture could lead to a focus on the design and construction of domes, which could in turn be narrowed to a comparison between the ancient Roman dome and the modern geodesic dome. So here again you can get the idea about the same thing from the another example, that interest in architecture that may lead someone to think about the design and construction of domes. But now design and construction of dome, that is very general. Okay, so the researcher can make it a very specific one, that is comparison between ancient Roman dome and the modern geodesic dome. Okay, so that will be a very specific study. Preliminary reading is essential as you evaluate and refine topics. So preliminary reading means preliminary work. Now what is preliminary work? If you have selected one area, then read whatever is available in that particular area, that is review of literature. Okay, whatever the literature is available on that particular topic, you will review it and you will try to find it out, that this author has said this, the another author has said this, and what are the differences, what are the similarities, okay, is there any gap. You will think about all these things, and then definitely you will be able to come to that particular topic, or you can say you will be able to evaluate and refine the topic. Then consult in print and electronic form. General reference works means you have to find it out, that what is available in print form, electronic form, then what are the general reference works, okay, such as encyclopedias as well as articles and books in the area or in the areas you are considering. So you have to prepare a working bibliography. That working bibliography will show what kind of works are available in that particular area. You can also refine your topic by doing subject searches in reference databases and in online catalogs and through internet search tools. Earlier, internet facility was not there, or that was very limited or available but for only few centers. But nowadays everyone can use that internet facility. So internet facility will help you to find out what people have done, what is already done and what is not done. So if you take the help of internet, you will be able to find out several things. Okay, so you will be able to refine your topic with the help of these things. Okay, online databases are there. Some since I remember earlier people were using Britannica encyclopedia and other encyclopedias to get the idea about it, that what people have done. But nowadays Google is there, and with the help of Google you can find out what people have done. Preliminary reading and searches will definitely help you to find out that what people have done. So enough work is already done, but at the same time you will be able to get the idea about it, that there are several things which are missing, or there are several works where you find out the gap. Okay, so you will try to fill up that gap later. So you have to think about those sources which are available, okay, in print form or electronic form. So selecting an appropriate topic is seldom a simple matter. Even after you discover a subject that attracts your interest, you may well find yourself revising your choice, okay, modifying your approach, or changing topics altogether after you have begun research. So it's upon you how you wish to continue. Of course, this review of literature will help you to decide your topic. It will help you to decide your approach or modify your approach. It will also help you to change or modify your topic, okay, and then you can start your research. So give yourself plenty of time to think through and rethink your choice of a topic. It is not like this that in a day or two you finalize the topic, but you have to work on that, you have to read a lot, and then you come to that particular finalization of the topic. Look for a subject or an issue that will continue to engage you throughout research and writing. So if there is an issue, then only you will be able to continue, or you will be able to engage yourself throughout the research and writing. If there is no problem, if there is no issue, then definitely you will not be able to continue your research, because you will think like this, that if there is nothing, then what I am going to find out. So consult library materials and other print and electronic information resources to refine your topic and make it viable topic for the research paper. So if your title is attractive one, important one, informative one, then definitely the readers will read your article. So before settling on a final topic, make sure you understand the amount and depth of research required and the type and length of paper expected. So when you select the topic, you must think about these things, that what should be the length of your paper, what should be the depth of your research required. Okay, depth in the sense how much you have to read, how much time you are expected to give for that particular research. Otherwise what will happen, the deadline will pass out and then also you will not be able to complete your work. So it should not happen. If you encounter problems, please consult your instructor, whether to clarify the assignment or to get help in choosing, developing or researching a topic, or in preparing the paper. So whatever the issue is there, you have to discuss with your instructor or supervisor. So today we have discussed how to select a topic, how the researcher is expected to do this. Okay. In the next lecture we will think about the next topic. Thank you.